Hey everybody, it's me, Beth Maitland from Drama Queen Bee Quilts, and today we're here for a little quick demonstration of how I make these swirls. This is sort of Angela Walters, who's sort of one of my gurus of quilting, calls it a swirl chain. And what happens is you start by making sort of a serpentine, almost an S-shaped swirl. And you start echoing back and forth from the place that you began into the hook of the swirl, and then back out, and then into the hook of the swirl again, and back out. And then I sort of like to keep a little bit organized, so I go back for a third time into the hook of the swirl and go around the outside. And this is going to be really important to carrying on the chain, because it's from the outside of the swirl, away from the hook, that you curl around in the opposite direction into the next swirl. And then I sort of kind of like to repeat that process. I start with the inside hook, I echo it and then come back in and echo it a second time to the inside of that hook, and then I come back one more time, echo around the hook all the way around to the back, and go down into that little V area that the two designs make, and from that I sort of kick out and go around the outside of the hook and into my next swirl. And again, Angela Walters has a beautiful tutorial on YouTube, and she has information about this in her Craftsy classes. I'm a big fan of hers. She's a modern quilter extraordinaire. But I sort of have my own take on it. Everybody has, she and many other teachers like to tell you, and I believe that it's true, that it's like handwriting and everybody has their own signature. Everybody has their own particular style, and their quilting starts to take on the characteristics of that signature and becomes recognizable to each of the quilting artists. So we're going to continue here by swinging out and swinging into our last swirl, and again I go to the inside of that hook, I echo it once, I come down to the line below it, hop out again, echo it twice, into that corner of the hook, hop out again, and go down to the threads below it and go to the outside, all the way around the outside of the hook, down to the threads below it, and kick off to go on to make my next design. You can find out more about Angela Walters on her website, www.quiltingismytherapy.com, or you can take some of her classes on Craftsy or buy some of her lovely books, all of which are very useful and very helpful in your free motion quilting adventures. You can see more about my quilts, my quilting designs, my quilting tutorials and demonstrations if you click on my videos here on my YouTube channel. But in the meantime, this is a scrap of batik, and I decided I didn't want to waste it or cut it up into little pieces and use it on a different project, so I've decided to make a table runner out of it. And after we finish echoing all of our swirls and making our chain of swirls, I decided to use matchstick quilting along each outer side so that it would highlight the swirls and be a contrasting design, and also allow the swirls and the texture made from those echoing lines to make it pop up and show a lot of great texture and highlight the quilt chain design. So take a look at what it looks like. This photograph is in side light so that you can see the texture very clearly. And this is more a regular light kind of source so that you can see more about what kind of the colors we're dealing with. But these are swirls and matchstick quilting, a quick demo to entertain you. I hope that it will give you some ideas and inspire you to your next project. Thanks for joining me. I'm Beth Maitland with Drama Queen Bee Quilts.